comes to women empowerment, I have seen you speaking so much on it. Um, have you been,
I'll tell you
in a,
why. One second before you go any further. My aunt, the 97-year-old woman that I talked about, she's still there today, Touchwood. She was a teacher at the convent
touch wood.
of St. Mary, and
Yeah.
she is a teacher and independent. She never depended on anyone. My
Right,
grandmother was a nurse, a midwife, and
right.
till the end, she was independent. She never lived with anybody, and so that streak of independence came to me from them. So that's because I come from a family of strong women. Oh, they may not have been managing directors of companies or
No.
chairman of companies, but they were all independent women, and they stood their own. And so I have inherited that from them.
Yes. And I think the college life, rather than, I must say, the school life where you study your basics, whether it's a convent or, it plays a very major role. I think it plays, and the people also around you. So I just want to know, you have been involved in writing reviews for magazines, newspapers, talking of women empowerment. Uh, Considering the scenario for today, what is your advice on the sexual harassment which is going on with the girls?
It upsets me greatly. And just yesterday, I was having this conversation with somebody. I was asking,
No,
uh,
I'm talking about the sexual harassment,
yeah, that's what
or in the Bollywood, in the cinema industry, where
look,
people seek
I have
their.
I have worked in communications. I have worked in Bollywood. I have
You have worked in Bollywood,
I've
yes.
never had an unpleasant experience. I've been in advertising. I've been with all the areas where people think
Yes,
a lot of
yes.
this goes on. But because I was such a strong person, nobody has ever tried to uh,
Lower you
pass a
down.
remark or say something. I do remember once when I just returned from England, I was at a bus stop in Kulaba Causeway, and one guy who went past put his finger up my ass, and there were crowds of people in Kulaba Causeway, a very crowded area, and I shouted and screamed. Nobody turned around and paid any attention. That is the only time that perhaps anybody dared to misbehave or do something, but nothing happened. But I've never had an unpleasant experience with any person ever since.
But you agree to this, that it now exists because we have been looking, or it's just the narratives? What do you think?
Look,
What do you have to speak on that?
the
I mean, it's
the
right there.
world has changed. The kind of people that are now coming out, they've got no education. They haven't been exposed to a certain kind of teaching. I must say that whatever you might say, but the convent and the Jesuit and the English type of teaching gave you certain values which we lack completely.
I'm from
Uh,
convent, so I can understand what you're trying to say.
exactly. And it's very sad. I hate to say it, but the so called other schools don't have those same values, don't teach you those same principles. And it's very sad that they are there, it's there where the children are learning and coming out of. And then uh, money has become a big thing. Now it's a question of just making more money, more and more money. And it's become a very ugly world. And we thought that things would change as the years go on and as independence go on. But unfortunately, our politicians also have got more and more
Yes.
greedy about money, about power, and they don't pay attention to the morals and the morality and the safety of people and security of individuals. It's very sad. It breaks my heart to think that this is what India has become.
Precisely, yes. And uh, when you say that, your experiences your education matters a lot. And today, I mean, everybody is for money. And when you especially talk about Yuva Parivartan, I heard you speaking about it, Yuva Parivartan, and you were so happy that change is always good. But what about the principles of women empowerment? What is the contribution? I just want to know. Since you are in many committees, since you are working for
Look,
it,
I work for the Ladli Girl Child Campaign. I'm with the
yes,
National Sponsorship Council, which looks after women, destitute women and children. And and with Ladli, which is a girl child campaign. I'm involved in a lot of NGOs and a lot of social work that I do. And we hear all kinds of stories. And we try
yes,
and better their lives. We try and impart moral judgments and stories about these things. I it's
do
very
you
sad.
believe in them? Do you
Uh,
believe in them? Do you believe in the stories or the narratives which we all are looking
well, look,
in
every
today's
day the
world?
papers are full of young girls being raped in a field, young women being accosted on the
I
main
know.
road. In cities like Bombay, this is happening all the time.
Yes,
Train,
yes.
I mean, in crowded areas, in their houses, they come in and they're throwing acid at. I don't know what kind of a mindset we've given rise to. I, in fact, apologize to my son and his generation all the time because I feel so bad because this is what we have passed on to them. What's happened to all the values that we were brought up with? Why has the world changed so much?
So, but what is the steps that
There
you
are
have been?
politicians doing these things, as you can see every day in the papers. Um, who do you turn to?
No, I mean, sitting at that position where you are and you are in the committees and you are helping people. So, what is the steps that really is being taken care of or even thoughtful about it for women?
Um, the education system has to change, and
Okay.
because it's uh,
Oh, well, education system in
our
what
generation,
way? We
our
studied in
generation,
convent
our
doesn't,
generation, wait a minute, listen. Our generation of people were fighting against the British, fighting for independence, and there were
yes,
great values that we held to that kind of thing.
right.
Next generation that came, that is a generation after our generation, money became the big thing. You were measured in terms of how much money you had, where you stayed, who had a bigger house, who had a bigger
Car.
car, all those kinds of things. And to acquire those, you had to perhaps be able to kowtow to certain people, tell lies, cheat, do all the their children, we were children brought up with no television sets and refrigerators, and the younger generation had all this in their house, and now mobile phones, and not just an ordinary mobile phone, they want the best laptop, the best mobile that money can buy. Little kids of 6 and 4 are
They are
with
glued.
they're playing
They
with
are glued.
it's terrible. It's a scheme of their doing. And their parents boast about it. My child can do WhatsApp. My child has got Facebook. They boast about those kinds of things. So it's a mindset that has to change, and I don't know when that's going to happen and how. But there are people trying, and there are people who are aware
Yes,
about this, and hopefully, uh, this is a phase that is past, and a better world will emerge.
I know. I hope the same. So, you are art lover. I know. I've seen you in sculpture exhibitions and art exhibitions.
If I could
What
turn the
kind?
camera around, my house is like an art gallery.
I know. And I saw you saying that, the sculpture is too big, otherwise I would have taken it for my home. The sculpture art is still not known in India so well. What do you have to say on that?
Sorry, what do I have to say about what?
The sculpture art, the sculptures, I think you went to an exhibition. I saw you there watching at the sculptures in a form of art. You said, I don't have space in my home, otherwise I would have bought it.
Exactly. No, this I'll tell you just yesterday. Now, if I could show that picture to you, maybe I should
Huh.
get. Wait, let me take my uh, laptop there and show it. Okay,
Okay.
you're going to
Okay.
go on. Murari,
Yes.
come here.
I hope I'm not troubling you, ma'am.
I will show you that.
Sure.
It has a
Sure. I
lovely
would love to
story
see.
attached to it. ये picture दिखता है?
Yes. Yes.
Can you see this?
I see
No.
there. I see there.
Uh,
Beautiful.
no, you can't see it. Oh wait,
I can see.
this is the.
A
See,
lady?
can you see? नहीं नहीं दिख रहा. दिख रहा है. किधर दिख रहा है? वो दिख रहा है.
Abhi
हाँ
dikh raha
बताओ.
hai. Abhi dikh raha hai. A lady. A lady.
You can see this.
Yes.
All right. Now this is a. This is a painting that was given to me yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, and it
Okay.
is by a friend of mine who did that in 1995. And when I saw it there, I said, how lovely, I like it. Now, he died in
Oh,
2020. And so his
sorry.
sister sent it to me yesterday because she said, Dolly, when
He
Ali had
was
done it the
there
first time, you had liked it and you had,
and he knew
and
you
you
love
said,
it.
yeah, but I hadn't bought it then. And so yes, now that Ali just died 2 months ago. And he says, we are packing up the house and everything, so I want you to have it. So she sent it to me yesterday. So every painting in my house has a story. I don't know how many more you've seen. I was
Uh,
hoping
I just want to know something about your married life also.
certainly.
It has been always, I mean, I know uh, that Sir was also from a very strong background where he started his own company and he was into big time advertising and, uh, marketing, communication, and all. And he headed a company called Lintas. So, how was your relation? I know, I mean,
Look,
this is,
every human being wants to be cared for, wants special attention, and all women.
oh,
I'm sure even the men have go through the same emotion, but all women go through it. And there are
right.
some who are lucky and get it
Throughout their life.
throughout their life, and there are others who don't. Now, and there are others who, in spite of not having had got that kind of affection, they still stay together, come what may. But there are some of us who don't. We want to live a full life while it is lasting. And so I was Dilip and I were in London together. He was at the Lincoln's Inn, I was at the BBC. We came back, but Dilip was lionized by the girls of Bombay because he was a good-looking guy. He was a barrister from London, and so all the girls in Bombay, the college girls, they all were wooing him and
Yeah, yeah,
after him. As a
yeah,
result of which, naturally, he got a lot of attention from them. And I was in London at the time. I was away for a year. And so when I
absolutely.
came back, naturally, affections change and things happen. And so my marriage lasted 15 months. But we are good friends even today. Now, I don't see him as often as I used to before, but I'm very much in touch with him and his wife and his daughter and everybody. and with the whole family, his sister and brother. But of course, now so many years have gone by, so we are not living in each other's pockets like we used to before. The same thing with when I got attention from somebody more senior, and emotionally one was feeling low because nobody likes to break up a relationship or have a
No,
relationship.
nobody.
I come from a very conservative family, but then here
Mm.
was this thing that I was faced with, and so you naturally uh, flow along with the other person, and I was given a attention which I'd never had before. So you fell for that, and that relationship lasted 13 years, and
You had a beautiful
imagine,
son.
huh?
You have a beautiful son.
I have a gorgeous son, and it took me saying gorgeous, but I have a very good son, and I'm very proud of him. And and
Okay.
he lives
You
up
have a
to
handsome son.
I wouldn't even say handsome, but he is a
Lovely
very good
person.
human being,
Yeah.
and he's the
Yeah.
kind of person that I would like as a son, and I think a lot of uh, other people also respect that and
Absolutely.
always
Precisely, yes.
appreciate and admire him. And he's doing good work. He's doing the kind of
Yeah,
work that
he's into
he was a
earlier he was
theater.
into advertising, but now he's into plays,
Yeah,
conducting
he
theaters.
runs a festival called
Yeah.
Festival, which is for the under 25, and he's totally dedicated to that. And all his friends, he has an amazing group of people, and he's become like a father figure to a lot of young people who he's trained, who he's guided, and who come to him, and they are a gang that are there permanent. They and they're from all over the world. It's not just from Bombay or Delhi or Calcutta. They're from all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
But somebody that even I now look up to him and I have to ask him for advice and things because he's really
Yeah.
good.
It happens when kids grow big, they look after their parents.
And
And parents
we're
also, vice versa.
and unfortunately, he's kept very good relationships with the family, with all the members of the family. And so it's a lovely feeling of warmth and security and being together.
Mm. So were you lucky enough to be one of the part in your son's directed play ever?
Sorry, Buddha.
I mean, were you lucky enough that whenever your son has directed a play, were you playing any part in one of any of the
I
plays?
was I was in a play that she directed. In fact, one of his first plays called All My Sons.
All my sons,
And,
right?
but I had been used to the system of rehearsals being between 6 and 9, and then going off to dinners, parties, whatever. Rehearsals would be between 6 and 9. And but
You are a pastry socialite. That's what I know. Big time in Mumbai.
I hate that word. But because I'm known, because
I
people
knew.
invite me,
I knew. This is gonna
I
come back
can't
to
help
me.
it if people invite me, and I'm known and I do things. So I'm invited there for whatever I can contribute to
No, that's
the
fine.
gathering.
That's
So,
fine.
and yes, of course I'm known. As I said, there was a time when I used to walk down the street, and there'd be everybody saying hello, 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 namaste, chai pio, coffee, this, that, the other. Now, of course, this
कभी किसी
one
को
year
मैम
of
एक
COVID
कभी किसी
has
को
made everybody forget everyone.
मैम कभी किसी को एक पंच दिया है कभी दबंगई में
Huh?
कभी have you ever punched anybody या गुस्से में किसी को कुछ बोल दिया हो
No, why? I mean,
yeah
I've never had the
no
occasion to do that. No one has provoked me
no
enough to do that.
okay
Not at all.
not at all
And but what is wonderful is that because of the travels, because of the different schools one's been to, because of the different cities one has visited, one's associations and friendships relationships are so huge and big that, in fact, something which is giving us a great deal of pride. Uh,
Mm.
During the COVID time, a friend of ours started a Kanpuria gang, a group called
Oh,
Kanpuria. So all of us who were from Kanpur are members of, have been around that group. Those that were in Christchurch College and used to come to our houses in Chakeri and our gang of other people. One of them is a girl called Maya, was a girl called Maya Mehra. Now, I'm showing off. And Maya Mehra's sister Chaya was my best friend in school. Now, Maya then went off to America. Maya's daughter uh, is now, I think, Meera Tandon, and she is the budget chief in the Biden government.
whoa.
So you can imagine where people have gone, you know.
I
And
can
so
completely.
we're all very proud of that. And there are lots of exchanges going on between all of us as to who's gone where. And they're all from Harvard and Boston and Michigan.
Cambridge, there's
They've
that.
all done extremely well. They've all done
Right. Okay, ma'am, let's go through a very, one fast round of rapid fire with you. With one, or you want to give a one word answer? What is comfortable to you? One word answer.
extremely
Okay, so let's start. So, what comes to your mind when I say these words? First, failure.
Try again. I don't take failure as a end product.
Criticism.
Overcome it. Change their mind.
Skills.
Sorry.
Skills.
Skills. Um, no arrogance.
Youth.
Didn't hear that.
Youth. Youth.
Youth.
Yes. Youth. Youth.
But it's eternal.
India.
I love my India. It has lots of ports. It has
I
lots
love
of
it.
ports, but I wouldn't give it up for anything.
News.
Um,
This is going to be a very interesting one now.
I would love to be on the news again because I enjoyed that very much. And I hope if I got the opportunity, I'd be able to fight my way again to make it plausible, make it believable, credible.
Okay. So breathe.
I
When you
didn't
talk about when you talk about breath,
talk about
breath.
breath. You mean breathe like
The
that?
breathing, breathing. Yeah. What comes to your mind?
Life.
Debates.
Sorry, what?
Debates.
I didn't hear that properly.
Debate.
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 Debate. Honesty.
Oh, either to or fro. Okay. Friends.
I can't hear you properly. Can you spell it
Okay.
out better?
Friends. Friends.
Oh,
Friends.
endless. I have loads of friends.
Marriage.
Uh,
Marriage.
enjoy it while it lasts.
Okay.
Don't make it unhappy for either party.
Well, I agree with you. Okay. Passion.
Do everything with passion.
Awards.
It's not the end of everything. Don't work only towards awards.
Mhm. Love.
Love everybody, high, low, black, white, Hindu, Muslim, cultural, anything. Love human beings.
Okay. Your favorite color,
Mine is white or yellow.
and that's what you're wearing, yellow. Mine too. Okay. Your favorite character role in a play up till now.
Uh, Linda Lohman in Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller.
I know, I know, I know. The best time of your life ever was when?
Uh, my days in London.
Oh my
It was a long
gosh.
time ago, but they were carefree days. They were days full of excitement. There was a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, lots of learning.
Yeah, and a lot of learning. I did a lot of
Learning.
learning there.
Yes. One caption in your life.
One caption in my life. Um, Generous.
Be generous. Right? Okay. Um, your happiest moment.
Sorry,
Your happiest moment.
my happiest moment. Actually, there's been so many highs and lows that they would
Your
rather.
your no, but your happiest moment that up till now you cherish and you can never forget, and that's the only one, you know. There has to be one, and there is one in everybody's life.
Uh,
Okay, we come back to this
I
question again.
no, because I take a lot of there are lots of moments in my life which have been highs and they've been very good. I know I loved my nephew Zia, who is no more with us, but he and
Oh,
Kwasa
I'm
knows
sorry.
how much I loved him,
I'm
and
sorry.
both equally. And you know, they so it's the birth of Kwasa and the birth of Zia. Those
Yeah.
are the great moments in my life.
Okay. If if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be and why?
Hatred and communal differences. That is what I would change.
Okay, so is it community related or is it the politics related answer?
Well, unfortunately, politics has set into it, but uh, uh, it is communal, it is religion, it is you know that has come into it, and it's made life very ugly.
Yes, I agree. Your favorite hangout place in Mumbai?
My home.
Hmm. Your favorite food cuisine?
I'm not a foodie, but
You cook?
I used to, and I was not a bad cook, but now I can't bear going into the kitchen.
Okay, so what do you love to eat otherwise? What do you,
Taheri, dal gosht, we're non-vegetarians, so
okay,
carbs, it's things like that. And,
kebabs and all,
yeah,
right? Okay.
and but now with years that they've gone by, it's Indian during lunchtime and mostly vegetarian, and uh, evenings is usually Western style,
Right.
whether it's a bake or a chop or something.
Okay. Your fitness mantra.
Sorry, my
Your fitness mantra.
my fitness mantra. I have four fruits every morning, a piece of four fruits every morning, and a juice of 11 raw vegetables.
My
Because I hate
goodness.
because I hate vegetables, and I know that one has to eat vegetables for health.
Just a
So
simple way to drink a
a
juice and
juice
finish
of
it off.
11 raw vegetables every morning.
Okay. And what are those vegetables? We would love to know. I mean, I would
Oh,
love to
I'll tell
know.
you. Adrak, lasan, gajar,
Eh,
tomato,
chi,
kakri,
chi.
karela,
No
uh,
bars.
dhania, palak, uh, uh, नहीं तो दो और टमाटर
A
नींबू.
basil soup is much better. Why did I ask this question? Okay, anyways. So, yeah, are you a devout person?
I'm not a devout person. Uh, I don't believe in going to churches and mosques and temples or bending down, touching feet, etc. But I believe in spirituality
Mhm.
and in honesty and truth.
So, do you believe in astrology?
No way,
No
not at
ways.
all. Not at
Okay,
all. I think it's to weaken people.
right. Your favorite casual dressing?
My favorite casual dressing. Um, well, it used to be trousers and shirts, but now it's become kaftans because it's over. You don't go out. The
You
COVID
don't go
times,
out.
so it's kaftans most.
Okay. And one strong feature, according to you, in your, physical personality. One strong feature
A strong feature of what?
in you physically that you think adds a real or a greater persona to your personality.
Kindness, acceptance.
Mhm.
Um, I think those are very important. So by
I think for me, I think your accent, the way you speak is so much, it touches everybody's heart. For
um,
me, it's your
I don't
accent.
know. A lot of them would say, "Yeah, Angrez kahan se aa gayi?" But I mean, it's all right. I don't care.
Let them
As
be.
a result of
Let
that, I
them
must say
be.
I find it difficult to understand other people who do not speak as clearly as I do, and that becomes
Yes,
a drawback.
yes, right. So that's all, ma'am. I'm done. So I just wanted to quickly touch upon this subject where Kamala Ramchandani ji wrote a play on LGBT concept.
Yes, Madhavi.
And yes, so could you please just throw some light on that?
I am on the committee for the LGBT. I am all in favor of respecting everyone, whatever choices they make. And I have a lot of friends amongst them. And they are very good people. They're very talented people. I am with
Mhm.
the Kashish movement that Sridhar has started. And I'm very active with all those things. And I do not discriminate between uh, lesbians or homosexuals or uh, you know transvestites or anything. I have
So what your committee does to support them? What kind of support you extend?
well, they're welcome in my house. I will always hug them when I see them. I say
Mhm.
and that, you'd be surprised how little things give you a lot of joy, and it makes them feel good also.
Yes,
And there are very intelligent people amongst them. They're so well
absolutely.
read. They
I
are
agree.
very well, so talented. My God, they're so talented.
Okay. And of course, I cannot just end it without saying your favorite theater play, Vagina Monologues.
I've been in vagina monologues now for
I
20
know.
years. 20 years
Yeah,
we've been in it.
20 years.
And it's amazing because the kind of respect you get from people, and as advertised, that having seen the play, no man, woman, or child will ever be the same again.
Yes, and I really I heard that there was a man of 85 years. I mean, aged man. I mean,
Well,
85
well,
years
this is on our
old
first day at the
when
theater
somebody touched the
opening
feet.
night, and an 80-year-old man came and touched my feet, and he said, "I am so grateful be able to be alive to see how far the Indian woman has gone.
Right. So, ma'am, that's it from my side, and I just want to have a note from your side, an inspirational message for the people who wants to come to film industry and as an actor or as a theater artist or all the fields that you have worked in. What is one message that is that contains
Enjoy,
everything?
enjoy everything that you do. Give 100% of yourself. If you don't succeed, don't feel that it's the end of the world. There are other avenues that can open up. I've been an actor. I've acted with all the people that I ever wanted to. The one thing I haven't done yet is be in a film with Amitabh Bachchan.
Oh,
I've done book reading with him. He was in college with me. We've acted in plays together, and in
yeah.
fact, you know, and it's so ridiculous to even say that. But at one time, and I've even said this to Amitabh that the one thing we haven't done together is act in a film. Otherwise, we've done readings and plays.
But you were a casting director, and I think you were held with the responsibility to talk with these prominent celebrities and to get them to the films or to the interviews. So it was so easy for you, accessible to you. Why? I mean, what stopped? What went wrong in that way? Why it could not happen?
No, why did what not happen?
I mean, you've been acting with him in a
No,
film,
I
in a
mean, I
movie.
remember I wasn't going to cast myself in whatever I was casted for. I've cast everybody else, and they've all done remarkably well. And I got to know the whole that generation, the new generation. I don't know, but the older generation, I know. I'll tell you two interesting stories about casting. I was
Yes.
casting for a film called Mysteries of the Black Jungle, and I had to take actors from here for the uh, auditions in Delhi, for the screen test in Delhi. So the three boys I was taking were the Jaiz Khan, Rajiv Bhatia, and Salman Khan. And the flight was at 6 o'clock in the morning, so we got to the airport at 5:30. In those days, the queues were not that long. The
Yes, it was
security,
different.
etc.
It
So
was
went down.
different. Mhm.
Rajiv Bhatia didn't turn up, and but I got permission from the pilot to say, please, one actor hasn't come. Can we just wait, 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 wait? I rang him at I think at 5:30 when we were supposed to be at the airport at 5:30.
Right.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I thought it was 5:30 in the evening, ma'am. I'm coming. I'm just coming. He came, but by which time the pilot had taken all of us onto the plane and said, I'm sorry, I'm not taking this boy for being so late. So that poor boy was left without coming to Delhi and left behind. And who was that boy? Akshay Kumar. Okay? Then,
Oh,
and in fact, even now, whenever I see Akshay, wherever, he will always acknowledge and recognize the facts that, but of where he's gone now. And then the other story I had, I used to carry in those days, vanity cases were very popular. So I had a red Samsonite vanity case.
oh my gosh.
Because I was
Oh,
waiting for Mr. Rajiv Bhatia to come on, I gave my bag to one of the other actors who turned out to be Salman Khan. And I said,
yes.
Salman, take it. At that time, nobody knew him. And I said,
Huh.
take this onto the plane. I'll come so that I can run faster. And this guy wasn't let on. I went onto the plane, sat in the plane. Pilot announced there was an announcement made that there is a bag left at the transit lounge, and whoever is missing a bag, will you please go and claim it? And I turned to Salman and said, Salman, you got my bag? He said, man, that is the red vanity case. He left it in the transit lounge. So, of course, it's the most embarrassing moment I've ever had because I have to walk down the plane, down the tarmac, through the transit
The
lounge,
terminal and
pick up my
everything.
bag, and walk back with this bright red vanity case up the step ladder onto the plane. I had all the pairs of eyes looking and daggers at me because I had delayed the flight.
And where was your eyes? Where was your eyes?
Well,
Stuck.
I didn't know where to look. I mean, I was so jampoing because of this whole thing. So, there are these kind of experiences and instances that one had, which are unforgettable. And,
Absolutely.
okay, and then the thing is, a few months later was my birthday, and I got a huge, big basket of flowers from somebody called Asha Chandra. Now, Asha Chandra used to be a casting agent or director or something of that time, and very
Mm.
well known. And so I rang her up because the card had a number, and I rang her up and I said, thank you very much. I received this beautiful basket of flowers, but why? I didn't know her. And she said, Dolly, everything you touch has turned to gold for me because Akshay Kumar went on to, Rajiv Bhatia went on to become Akshay Kumar, and Salman Khan went on to do Maine Pyar Kiya, the first film that he
Yes,
had.
yes,
So,
yes.
I mean, these are little stories which
And
sound bad,
the
bad.
second story of your casting was this was the first of it. You said there's two stories of the casting.
No, one was Salman Khan and one was
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's your vanity boss. I mean, it's funny, but it is always rememberable. You will never forget, nor
there
he
are
can
lots of
forget.
other stories of other actors and things, but these two I remember instantly.
Yes. So, anything that, ma'am, you want to address from your side? I'm actually too small to say this, but I always say this,
My
ma'am.
advice
Thanks.
to people is enjoy whatever is given to you and whatever you achieve. Don't be jealous. Don't be envious. Don't be bitchy about people and about other things.
ना तो एक और सवाल पूछती हूँ आपसे कि थिएटर का क्या होगा?
किसका क्या होगा?
थिएटर का क्या
थिएटर
होगा?
नहीं नहीं बेटा, थिएटर हमेशा रहेगा. देखो, कोविड के टाइम पे भी हम लोग ने थिएटर किया है. वजाइना मोनोलॉग तो हमने थिएटर में किया. अभी थर्ड और फोर्थ को 6 शोज किए हम लोगों ने 2 दिन में पृथ्वी थिएटर पे. और अभी परसों हमारा फिर से शो है पृथ्वी थिएटर पे. लेकिन
वाओ,
जो दूसरे थिएटर वाले हैं वो लोग जूम पे कर रहे हैं और इतना
ज़ूम पे कर रहे
बढ़िया
हैं.
थिएटर कर रहे हैं कि क्या बताएं. तो
एब्सोल्युटली.
जिनके फोन में थिएटर है वो कभी निकलेगा नहीं. वो लोग
वो
हमेशा
रुक नहीं सकते. बल्कि ज़ूम से और ये सोशल मीडिया से ज़्यादा मासेस की रीचेबिलिटी होती है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई फील. Of course, physically it's a different thing because you have reactions coming directly. मैम, कभी आप अपनी first line भूले theater में when you were on the stage? Did you ever forgot your first line?
I told you when my sari opened up and that was my first experience of being on stage. What can be bigger than that? But I was 5 years old or 6 years old at the time.
But आप कभी lines नहीं भूले अपने. You were just like perfect
नहीं
in
नहीं,
your.
अब पहले तो बहुत ही बढ़िया था, कोई कभी नहीं भूलते थे. मगर अब बुढ़ापे में कभी कभी स्लिप हो जाता है यहाँ पे.
देखिए, बुढ़ापा नहीं है. अब अगर बुढ़ापा बोले तो फिर वही बात आ जाता है ना, बूढ़ा कौन, बूढ़ा होगी तेरी माँ, ये वो. So, but you're an amazing person. In the end, I'm speechless. I have no words. मेरे पास words नहीं है. I can't tell you. I was so scared before talking to you, and but you were so generous. I always had a positive vibe while first I had a talk with you. I don't know about you, what you think about me, parallelly. But You are amazing person, ma'am. You are amazing
It's
person.
been
And
great talking to you. I'm sorry that I gave you so much heartburn
if
at
you
the
will
start.
say that मैं आपसे बात नहीं करूंगी, if you treat me like your daughter, you can't talk to me
मगर
like
मुझे
this.
बड़ी शर्म आ रही है ना कि मैंने
कुछ नहीं
लोगों
आने
को
की जरूरत है। क्यों, अगर मैं आपकी बेटी हूँ आप मुझे ऐसे बोलोगे? नहीं बोलते ना, हक से बोलते यार, कोई बात नहीं, हो गया, चल छोड़ो। So it's the same relation. It's
as
okay,
long
ma'am.
as you are happy, that's fine. This is your career. You're starting out, and if it gives you joy, that fulfills my uh, contribution to making other people grow.
Well, ma'am, nice talking to you. I won't take much of your time, but uh, with all my due respect and love, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
And
You're a very
love you.
beautiful girl. Stay beautiful inside and outside.
So
Okay, darling.
thank you, ma'am.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Lots of love. Lots of love.
Lot. Thank
Bye.
you, ma'am. Thank you. Good night. Good night,
Good
ma'am.
night. Good night.
Good night.